Hello, it's Dukes here, your old-timey YouTube guy, friend. Excuse me. It's been a little while since I've done some YouTubing. Had some pretty heavy-duty mental health stuff going on, but I'm not gonna go into all that shizwazzle here. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can learn all about that kind of personal business stuff, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to get back into doing some games. So we're here doing Tank Mechanic Simulator. Now, I've played a lot of this. Like, too much. Like, a ton. And right here, I've got a Purging. It's almost done. I've got a fair jag of tanks in my museum as well. So this game is what it says. It's a playway, so you know that it's going to work to a certain degree. And there's bugs and things here and there. Slow loading, despite being on an M2 drive. I mean, what's the holdup here? Okay, so here we go. We're in my museum. Which is still very much a work in progress. I've only got a few things. I mean, I say that, but it's full. But I don't have the displays done for everything yet here. As you can see, I've got a slew of tanks, mostly German. I found this, and to my understanding, it's quite a rare tank. It's worth like quite a bit of money if I were to go and sell it here. Tank analysis, as you can see. So if I need money, I'll be getting rid of that because, well, it's an ugly tank. So yeah, and we're not going to finish that purging today because we've got something more exciting going on. We're going to go over to the old computer, which is very loud. So there's a lot of people asking for help with stuff. I don't like helping people with their stuff. We're going to go to the extraction site here. We're going to take the, I find the off-road vehicles a little bit easier to drive. Okay, well, some kind of medium. I'm going to look at the tablet. Sorry, I've got a throat thing going on today. I'm just kind of like making a lot of old man noises. So this is the area where the tank is going to be, okay? So, well, we've got quite a slew of equipment here. I've unlocked everything in the game, quite rapidly, I have to say. It's not that difficult to do, and we're going to first... Now, do you just use the... I guess there's no drone. You just use the tablet, don't you? Yeah, you just use the tablet. Okay, that's not what I was trying to do, but thank you. So we're going to start the drone up. We're going to place some markers. Now, let's see how much the drone feels like doing here, because sometimes it'll go pretty far. And we're going to just have it do a big old scan, like this. That's kind of far, but that's alright. And obviously there's a bit of an issue with some of these menus. And just come back over here, and we're going to tell it to go ahead and start. And if we look up, it's zipped over those trees. It's going over there. It's gone. Okay. I put a marker down by mistake. There's no way to pick those up as far as I know. If I go over here and say, I like how it gives me the tutorial. I've literally played this game a million times. Thank you. It's just gonna place a million more. There you go. But you're only allowed to place so many, so who knows what that's about. So there's the drone. It's flying around. You're wondering, well, what's this drone doing for you? Well, if we go over here to the Geriatric People's Republic, we can see that it is indeed scanning the underground bits for us. And so far it's just found a lot of blue, which is, as you could have guessed, nothing at all. So we're going to set a few more markers for it. Now it seems like this is the edge of the map. So we're going to have it run down there. Make sure it gets these edges. Now we didn't actually try to send it over here. We'll see how far over it wants to go. So he's having a little jaunt. And he's going to do some more searching for us. Now, what we can do is, while we're waiting for that jerk to do that stuff, that's the out button, you idiot. You click to get in, press E to turn it on. It's not very intuitive. Now we turn the wheel, and we're going to wait 15 minutes for it to start driving forward. That's a very bright marker light behind us. Now the sun will set very rapidly on us as well. At which point in the video you're not going to be able to see anything, because I can barely see anything in the game. So, enjoy that. We're going to park this somewhere over here. That's probably fine. And we're going to get out. Now we're going to check our tablet again. See what old Droney Boy has done. Okay, so he has decided that, yeah, I can scan all this. And so we're going to have him do a big scan. Now, I'm not going to make you watch all this. Well, we found something there. I guess I have dispatched it to the corner first. I might have misclicked. It's one grid up, and it's at the top of this second grid. So we can try to find that on our own here. I'm getting some ding-dings. Aha! Oops. Throwing a metal detector on the ground violently. Now we're going to put this away. We're going to get the old scooper duper out, and now sometimes... Oh, I got it on the first go. Okay, so here's something or other. It's a weird shaped thing. It looks like it's a shooter. It's an old shooter of some description. It's a Mosin Nagant. Okay, so that's going to give us a good idea that what we're going to find here is going to be of Soviet origin. Just failed to put that in the truck. Okay. Now, oops, put the marker down, of course, because I want to hit M for map. Oh, right. Well, look, he's done. He's done a big survey of that area, and he's found exactly nothing that we're looking for, which is great. So we're going to kind of send him up to do a little bit more scanning. And I hear what you're thinking. Well, don't you just want to look inside where that big circle is? Well, the big circle is going to be where the tank is. But there's bits and bobs all over the place. It's not necessarily going to be just in that area. Now I'll double check this, but I'm fairly certain that look at all this. That we can send him over these spots, even though we just dug that out, so it shouldn't be there anymore. But I think if we were to send him over, he would indeed determine that it was still there. I don't know. That would be a good feature, I think. Now that's going to be the tank there. And one of the things that needs improvement is, well, there. See, that should have gone away, because it's not there now. So I'd quite like to see something like that taken into account, you know? So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to finish scanning this whole field. And we're going to go over here and head for some of those markers. That will give us something to do while we're waiting for Terry the drone to finish, I don't know, droning it up or whatever the hell he's doing. So we're going to cross a little road here. It's fine. Don't worry about that. We're stuck. We're a bit stuck. Less than ideal. Well, I guess we're going to get out here. And we're going to go over... You know, I'm not even going to bother with the metal detector. We're just going to go ahead and give it an old slap bang. See if it's right there. Come on, give it another dig there, fella. Alright, so the drone is less accurate on the marker placement. I think they expect you to get in there with a metal detector. And one more bad dig here, and I think that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to throw my shovel down angrily. Get the old... Now hold on a minute. Now where did I just put that shovel down? Here we go. continue digging, please. And it looks like we got a shooter. A TT Pistoli. An interesting find, I have to say. You don't find a lot of small infantry weapons. It usually tends to be machine guns, things off of tanks. I'm gonna wonder about the accuracy on that one, which is to say poor. It's a little bit easy to lose your way here. And man, we found a lot of stuff. So what we're gonna do is I'm not gonna make you suffer the digging up and moving of all these bits and bobs, and when we get to the big kahuna prize, then I shall return. Okay, so we picked up everything. Now I have figured out with my little portable scanner here what kind of tank it is. Now, as you would have imagined, it is indeed a Soviet tank, based on the Soviet artifacts we found here. So the next step is going to be going over here. We click this and say dig. Dig. Oh, my vehicle is too close. So here we go. We're going to say dig. Yes. Now, I suppose what you could do is, upon using the where the hell does it put me? Upon using the ground penetrating radar, you could say, I don't want this tank. It's not worth the $2,000 to have all this shit come in and bring it out. But the game is so generous with money and non-prohibitive money-wise that there's no point in not always taking it. So there you go. It's a T-34-86. And we don't need to pump out any water. It's not a muddy hole or anything. We just have to, for some reason, do some arbitrary spraying on it so that we can see, oh yeah, it's rusted. How about that? Would you have thought it was rusty? This effect is also very hard to see. Changing on the vehicle itself. You can kind of see it a little bit there. Anyway, we're done. So we're going to throw that in the ground like this, walk over to it. Now this is fairly intact. This is going to be pretty cheap to restore, I imagine. It's also not German, so there's not going to be a bajillion million pieces. So we're going to go ahead and put it on the trailer. It leaves us unceremoniously in the hole like an idiot. We're going to go over here and have a look at it. Proper, better like. Oh yeah, it's got all the road wheels, mostly. It's missing this drive sprocket on the front. And how you doing there, trucker? And one of the suspension springs is gone, and the tracks are gone from one side and half on this side. And I don't see any battle damage, but we'll know for sure when we get it back to the workshop. So here we are, back in the shop area. We got away with quite a few guns from that battlefield. Props menu. We found one Dushk. We found 3 Moizls, 3 Pupushk, and 3 Tututus, which is pretty good. And I don't think there was much else. Now, there could be rounds inside the tank. It looks like we've got some damage here, battle damage. We could take this off because we're going to have to replace it anyway. Yep, there's a hole there. Not sure why that didn't go through the toolbox, but that's going to be too many questions, of course. So let's get started on this. Take the turret out. Like I said, this vehicle looks like it's mostly complete. Let's take the engine out as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's much missing there. We might as well start with this. So what I'm going to do is get out my derustifier. Now, I'm maxed out on all my levels, so I do my tool work here pretty rapidly compared to when you would first be starting the game. Look at that. Now, that's already a 93%. So there could be some things missing from that, but we'll determine that shortly. So here's a tow rope. What? Oh, yeah, take the tow ropes off. Take the outer fuel tank off. There should be a saw here. Yep. Now, I don't think the Soviet vehicle had any other tools on it. The toolbox. Those are all things that we cannot repair ourselves, and we'll have to have sent off to be fixed. Now, the only thing we really need to check for in here is that the springs are in the inside, so we are going to have to take this belt off. These bits of track belt, I believe they're called belts when the tracks are in pieces, like that. Anyway, there we go. So there we go. We can see we've got some springs. There's one missing here. We noticed that before. We're going to do the same over here. I think I can see all the springs. This is going to make it easier to clean it up anyway. We might as well take this off. I can't remember if... oh, I guess that's a no. There's nothing back there. I really forget how simple the Soviet vehicles are. Take this one off as well. There's an idler arm wheel. Is there anything under there? Nope. Okay. Well, we're just going to put that right back on. And that as well. Oh, sorry. Got to take out a tool to get rid of that menu. Now, I need another... see, I'm used to working on the other side more frequently, but no matter. Yep, right up here. And here's what we got inside. There is a machine gun in here, which is cool. The driver's hatch is there. I think most of the tank is here, honestly. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and say, buy missing parts. And here is the parts we're missing. Really not many. Really not many at all. Did I hit reset instead of accept? I do that frequently here. Buy missing parts, accept. There. There was a big cha-ching noise, so I knew that I did it right. Ah, okay. So we're missing this suspension cover. These boxes, the suspension cover there. Some MG ammunition. I don't think we're missing anything else in here. Oh. No, there's no periscopes there. Fan, radiator, fuel tank, drive shaft. Let's see, anything else? No, I keep thinking that's a missing piece. So they gave us our shock absorber and our suspension piece. Perfect. And we're just going to do a quick scan here. Wow, really not missing anything. Headlight there. Well, sweet. I'm going to grab the old welder and we're going to patch this. There you go. Easy. Now we're going to start doing a little de-rusting. Now this is also, like I said before, this is going to go quick. Because I've just maxed out all my skills, goes 75% faster or some nonsense like that. Going back here, we're going to just kind of get all these bits. Fall into the pit, which is almost never useful because very few tanks have underneath parts that you actually need to get at. But that's okay. There, get all that. Ooh, that's nice and de-rusted. We can just leave that machine gun in there. I don't have a problem with that because it'll just save me putting it back in later when everything is done. Now I left the idler wheel on here, so I just want to make sure I get behind there, which we did. No problem whatsoever. Let me get back up on here. We're going to get the deck. In fact, we're going to take this off so we can get a look in here a little bit better. Now I don't think any of this needs much work. It's kind of hard to see, of course, but I don't think we're missing any cabling or anything in there. Most of this is just going to be give it a spray. Now, see, I've done actually accidentally done the entire outside of the tank as well with that. So we can use our little Cheeto vision here and know that we need to get these bits back here, the gearbox drums and what have you. There, look at that. Okay, and this some of this does actually need primer. So we're going to go through and we're going to derust everything first. Okay, back to the old sander upper and sprayer down. Get those tension mechanisms in the corner. Get the hatch. Get the seats and the ammo bins. What's this? So now I'm thinking this is something here. No, it wasn't. It wasn't anything. Okay. My mistake. It was nothing at all. You see, it was nothing. Okay, so now we're in like that chrome land from SpongeBob. Everything's all nice and shiny full. Get these bits that we missed down here. Fall into the hole for the 100th time. Oh yeah, look at it. Look at it. She cleans up real nice. Real nice. Let's have a look at this again. Here we are. We're missing an exhaust manifold. And that might have been all we were missing, you know. That would be pretty impressive if that was all that was missing. It was. Engine condition is 100 now. Well, beautiful. We can even open these hatches a little bit. Get a good old look in there. So now we're going to come on to our sprayer upper, and we're going to do some primer on this. This nice oxide neon orange. I think in the time these tanks were built, the primer was a bit more red than this, at least from the photos and stuff that I've seen. Especially if it was Sherman. And I don't know, maybe the Soviets didn't even bother to... God damn, that is annoying right there. Maybe the Soviets didn't put primer on their tanks. I mean, they built these to last about 6 months using planned obsolescence. So, who knows they bothered with any of that. Of course, now we need to get back up in there, so we get to walk around here and get on the stairs. I'm just going to make sure that we've got all the stuff in here. That's happy. These need primer as well. Everything needs primer. It all needs to be orange. This has somehow missed the tiniest bit of sanding. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to switch to paint mode. Here we go. It's going to change miraculously before your eyes. Make sure we got that inside bit there. Get the gun and the door. The lights. Get the whole back section as well. Bumping into the ladder. Trying to figure out what I was bumping into. And we might be all set in here. We've missed this a little bit. There we are. Got some of these guys in here. Now you can see it says our hull interior is 100%. So we're done in the interior. We can probably put our engine back in now, and that would be fine. And we can start putting some of our wheels back on. Throw some of the track on here. Kind of have to alternate. You can't just go all the way around in one circle. It's a little bit counterintuitive at first. I thought I was missing something before. I couldn't put the track on, but it just wants you to put them on in a certain way, which is fine. Just a little bit strange, and I can't reach that piece over there, so I got to go around here. And come on, there we go. Little finicky things now and again with the controls, but forgivable overall for the sheer amount and accuracy. I'm pretty sure. I probably know more about the American tanks than anything else, and I haven't really worked on any of them yet. I've only seen the utility car, which I've done like 6 of, because early on all the missions were for the utility car, at least the ones I was getting, and I did 2 complete rebuilds, a partial rebuild, another one, and then 2 for myself, and 1 in the museum, and I've got 1 in my parking garage warehouse thing. So as you can guess here, the steps are going to be similar to what we did a moment ago. We're just going to make sure we get the back of those parts that we just put in. And we're going to come over here, continuously firing. Of course, I would like to see the sanding gun like done in its own area. Like if you had to bring it outside and have it done in like a sanding booth kind of thing, I think that would be pretty cool. Because this is not something that you would do inside or onto an engine, as far as I'm aware, that is together, because you would get sand everywhere and break stuff. But you know, there's got to be compromises for compromises in realism for gaming purposes. And finally, you come back with the paint. Now it puts the rubber on also, which is a little strange. I think that should probably be a separate part that maybe you apply separately as a non-replaceable item, because it would be hard to restore rubber rather. You just probably have to replace it. So there we are. Now let's have a look at the tank. I can do use this tank analysis thing. It really gives you a lot of help. So you can see the only thing is our tracks and gearbox are 100%, and our engine, fuel system, and wheels are 100%. So that's kind of what we were looking for here. The turret, our hull interior as well, and then the turret, we haven't even worked on that yet, so we're going to get to that shortly. Hull exterior. Now it's angry because we haven't put those tanks and stuff back on. So all these things like these outer fuel tanks, tow ropes, toolboxes, the saw, the tow rope. I think these other things are fine. We can put those in ourselves and repair. We have to send these away to have them redone, because this is a restoration. Remember, we're not building stuff here. Although you can build stuff. There's this this whole section here for crafting. Now you can't actually craft anything until you buy the blueprints on the computer for each tank. Now, the blueprints for each tank are prohibitively expensive, and I'm not sure why that is. They're very, I don't know what the word would be. They're very disproportionate economically to the rest of the game. There's some shells in here. And I'm not sure why that is. It's strange. I think it's just easier And once you've got several upgrades, it costs almost nothing to have the parts sent away and fixed yourself. There's no point to buy parts that are in good condition, because it's cheaper for you to buy the parts ruined and then have them sent away to be fixed. That doesn't really make any sense, but that's how it works. So, you know, that's the way she goes, but you're just going to have to roll with that. Okay, we're going to, you guessed it, we're just going to kind of continue the process here. Now, if you are somebody like me who has, I don't know, OCD, I guess, you know, and you're really into your relaxing kind of just working on something and seeing it come together at the end looking nice, this is going to be your bag, baby. Now I'm concerned because it says I have an extra part, I believe. Oh, these are just for the top of the engine, so we just forgot to put those on. We can do that after this. Everything in here is done, basically. And we're going to just slap our primer on. There is a paint shop, so we can go and check that out. I've got T-34 that is restored in an authentic Russian fashion with the giant red star that says, you know, for Stalin on it and all that stuff. That's kind of like the classic T-34 look. But we can go in there and maybe mess around, see what we can come up with for a paint scheme. Maybe give it some crazy camouflage. And you can see that my spray is so efficient that it gets the inside of stuff as well. Get a little stuck there. So I'm being told my turret interior is 100%. It's not. That wasn't done. Here we go. They make a lot of noise when you step on this little platform here. So I'm going to go up. I think there's the top of the doors maybe. Nope, that's done it. We're going to use that. Well, we're not going to use the tool belt, are we? We're going to use the analysis thing. So it's happy with the interior, and we can go ahead and turn off the cheat mode. I'm going to put this right back on the tank. There we go. Look over here. Put our saw, put our boxes back on, and our tanks. Put the double tow ropes on. Toolbox. Fan cover, engine cover, and then there's going to be a plate there. Yep, cool. And let's get the right tool. You're painting it. Oh, I am painting it. Yeah. Done. Now, it's telling me that I've missed something, which is possible. We're going to have a look here. Let's see. We're getting hull exterior. We've missed something. Perhaps a toolbox of some description. A singular tow rope is missing. Now, where would that be? Here it is. Bam. Has it 100%. Okay, so it's pleased with that. So we're going to go ahead and take the tank. Move it to the paint room. It's going to teleport magically without taking us there. And here we are in the paint room. And you can see we've got some Russian 10. We've got Protective Green, which is a bit modern for a World War II era Russian tank. Olive Drab, which is pretty similar I forget the exact color for a T-34. I mean, the thing with the Soviets was that none of the greens were the same. So any of these greens looks fine. I kind of like the darker one a little bit. You could even do something like that. Yeah, I mean, it didn't matter. They all kind of just mixed their own. They said paint them green. The standardization, especially during the fighting, was not, a concern. They were like, let's just get these suckers out the door. And if we could get that kind of like in red. Uh-oh. Undo. Which does nothing. Okay, good. Let's just click that again. We want this. Now, I guess you can't change the color of those. That's okay. I'm going to put that on like that. That looks good. Now, if we go to camo, we can apply one of these, but then you cannot take a camo off, as far as I'm aware. So we can try one. They look kind of bad. Pretty bad. Most of these are German anyway. I think we could get away with something like that, maybe. This is just for my personal collection. So there you go. That's Tank Mechanic Simulator. Excuse me. That's Tank Mechanic Simulator. We dug this sucker out of the ground. We fixed it all up. We painted it nice. We can drive it around too and get in as well. But I think I want to leave that for another time. So if you guys want to see more of this game, let me know. Because I like it. And if there's certain tanks that you want to see, I can do my best to find them. There's some I'm looking for as well. Like I want some Shermans. I want some British tanks. I haven't seen any of those either. So yeah, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, I guess, is something they also say at the end of these. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.